Hi everyone, the purpose of this video is to introduce how adempiere and idempiere store financial information. FactAct is the table that holds this data. Now, I know it sounds geeky for me to be telling you about a specific table and the columns inside that table, but the reality is there's a lot of people who need to know this information. Whether you're a business analyst or an IT person or even an accounting person for that matter, the more you understand about how the system operates and how it stores the financial data, the more information you can pull out of the system. So basically, FactAct is your data cube. It stores an amazing amount of information about the transactions themselves, so your reporting becomes quite a bit more simple. So let's talk through an example. Let's say you have an invoice and it's in euros and it's posting to a USD schema. Now, when I say posting to the USD schema, what that means is it's creating a record inside FactAct for a specific account schema. So the system will track the org and the schema for any given posting. Now, for transaction documents, the vast majority of them have a posting type of actual. But just know that the system has the ability to post budgets or multiple budgets, actual, statistical, commitment. So know that typically you're going to be searching on posting type of A for actual. It tracks the currency from your document, meaning that in this case the invoice is in euro, so you'll know that it is a euro invoice, or at least this particular record came from a euro document. And it also tracks the source amount, debit and credit in that currency. So if you have an invoice that's 100 euro, your source amount, debit or credit, is going to be 100. As well as the accounting amount. And the accounting amount is the amount that's been converted back to your schema, in this case US dollars. So where you may have 100 euro, it may be 140 US dollars. And the 140 would be your account amount, and the 100 would be your source amount. And there's a number of other things that exist. Now, I can tell you about this, but probably one of the best things I can do is actually show you how the system works. So I'm going to go into idempiere, and I'm going to open up a payment that is in euros. I'm going to look at its postings. So even though my payment is 100 euro, my posting is 120. So this is helpful, but there's more information that we can pull. So if I click on this tab called Inner Query, I can get more information. So for example, if I click on Display Information and Requery, I get now additional information about the source document. Before I had the organization and the account, but now I have the account to debit and credit. But I now have the currency from the source document. I have the source debit and credit, so you can see here's my 100 versus my 120, and it also tracks the rate that was used at that moment in time. So this is helpful. There's also a window that's very helpful called Accounting Fact Details. Accounting Fact Details is probably one of the most useful windows in terms of how it exists out of the box, as well as the things that you can do with it to enhance it. So you can see that I can go to Accounting Fact Details, and I can actually limit the results based on the account date, on the account, on a sub-account, on the campaign, on a number of different fields. But most notably probably would be the account. So if I wanted to go to my checking and transfer, which I think that's what that document was to, I hit OK. And I have all the records that I've posted to that given account. So I can see the details, and these are the details that I mentioned before. And there's a whole lot more than I'd mentioned. So these are all the details that exist inside the FactAct, including the ability to zoom to the actual document itself. In this particular case, I can't because my role doesn't allow me to get to the cash journal because that's been deactivated. So ignore that I just did that. But the fact is, you can go and you can zoom to the record. So this is a very powerful window, and it further expands upon this window here, which is just a glimpse of all the details that exist in FactAct. So the goal was to give you an idea of what is stored at the accounting, where is the information stored, what's stored, and how to make use of it. If you have any questions about this information, post it to the comments of this page or send an email to the mailing list. I hope this helps, and thank you for your time.